What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm Nick, and this is Ballin' in the Blitz. It is time. It is officially here. This is what we've been waiting for. It's Pickett season, baby. Let's go. Y'all see the jersey. Y'all seen him against the Jets. Dude balled out, man. I don't care what anybody has to say. Dude look good. For a rookie, come on, man. Mike Tomlin came out and said we threw him in there because we needed that spark, and we got the spark. I know we're going to get into the Bills and the Steelers matchup in a minute, but let me just talk about Kenny real quick. Kenny just came out with confidence, man. That's exactly what we needed. The dude came out there with confidence, swag. I mean, he just was like, the way he was just calling the audibles. Dude looked good. He looked good. There was one play that stand out, and I was like, this is our guy. He got hit in the pocket and still delivered the ball, right? And that's the difference between Mitch. There was a video I came out and I seen that the same exact play, Mitch and Kenny, side by side, they show them doing the same play, and there's a big difference. Mitch is scrambling around, gets sacked, and Kenny stands in the pocket, confident, and gets hit. Does not care, and gets up and starts talking like, I like that, I like that. Right? Gets the ball to fire move. And that's what we need. You know, that's exactly what we need. Just that fire, that dog mentality. I love it. Let's talk these 3 interceptions real quick, and then we'll move on to the Bills versus Steelers matchup. The 3 interceptions, what everyone's talking about, like, oh yeah, he played pretty good, but 3 interceptions, right? Okay, last interception, Hail Mary. That don't count, man. Come on. I mean, I hate to make excuses, but dude, there was like 7 seconds left. He aired the ball out. It was an interception. Whoop-de-doo, right? Like, does not count. Interception before that. Now, I would admit, you know, he should have threw it away maybe, you know, but what do you expect? Mike Tomlin said, hey, we're going to throw you out there because we need a spark in the offense. So he, in his head, he's like, I'm a rookie, you know, like, I'm going to make a splash play right here. And he came out and said that he wished he would have threw it a little bit higher so Fireman can actually get the ball. But it is what it is. It got tipped, you know, interception, right? I can't stand the tip balls because they still count as interceptions towards the quarterback, but whatever. PFF even came out and said we're not counting any of those interceptions on Kenny Pickett. So y'all can say what y'all want to say. First interception was the one to Chase Claypool. Now, I know y'all seen it all. Chase Claypool was getting a lot of slander on Twitter with the interception. I mean, he should have caught that. I'm with it. I'm with it. Like, he should have caught that. Now, Chase Claypool, he's having a slow season, and he's not playing too well. Maybe it has a lot to do with just Mr. Trubisky. Maybe we can get him more involved with Kenny. I mean, Kenny's first throw was to Chase Claypool, a deep ball. But you're 6'4", bro. You're 6'4", going up against a 5'9" defender. You got to catch that. It hit you in the hands. You know, somehow you tipped it up, or maybe the DB got his hands on it. That's what it looked like. And it was able to tip over to the left of him, and, you know, Jets caught it for interception, right? But you're 6'4", you got to put your hands on that ball and catch that. You got to come down with that. But, you know, we're moving on. It's his first game. He only played half the game. I mean, this is his real starting game. So I'm excited, man. It can't get any better than this. Kenny Pickett versus the Bills. Let's go, bro. But yeah, man, let's jump into this Bills versus Steelers matchup. Oh man, this game right here, I've been waiting for this game, and it just got it so much better being that Kenny Pickett is the starting quarterback against the Bills, right? It's a tough matchup, and he has a lot on his hands. But yeah, man, let's start off with the coaches. Mike Tomlin versus McDermott. Like, these are arguably top 10 coaches in the league right now. I mean, dudes just both have really good defensive schemes, and they're just both good coaches all around. So I'm really excited just for the coaches matchup. I know Mike Tomlin's his record. I don't know for sure off the top of my head what his record is, but I know it's pretty good. It's like something like, I think it's like 7-2, I want to say. The last 3 years we did play the Bills. Last year we won, but the 2 years before that we lost, right? So last 3 years, I know he's 1-2 against them. So hopefully we can get this dub on the road with Mike Tomlin. You know, we can maybe get something happen. Both defenses are banged up. We'll see what happens. But yeah, to start off with the Bills offense, Josh Allen is a dog. This dude carries the team. He keeps the team together. I mean, he's just not scared to run that ball. He's got an arm on him too. But man, what really stands out with me, Josh Allen, is just he looks like a tight end out there running the ball. Like the dude's just stiff arming dudes, running dudes over. I mean, he's leading the team with the most rushing yards, right? Like that stands out right there. But yeah, man, he's tough to be stopped. You really got to watch this guy. Last week, he did show that he can be kind of frustrated in moments and it can get to him. He only put up 213 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. That's not the usual from Josh Allen. So, I mean, he likes to run, but you get in his head in the right moments, it'll really eat at him, and he can make some bad decisions. Josh has fumbled the ball, 4 times? Has fumbled the ball 4 times. He's tied for 3rd place this year. So he's got to do better at protecting the ball. That's another thing that's really, really, stands out with Josh Allen. He's a good quarterback, but he wants to it's almost like he wants to make that big play and he's not scared to make that, take that chance. And taking that chance is he's either throwing an interception, or fumbling the ball. So yeah, he has fumbled 3 times. 4 times. 3 of them were against Miami, and yeah, he's got to protect the ball better than that, and that's one thing we got to look for going to this game. Leads the team, like I said, in rushing yards. Leads the team in rushing yards. That's a quarterback. That's not good, and that's what gets me into this rush game. Singletary has 129 yards this season. 4 games only has 129 rushing yards. Not good, man. When your quarterback's leading the team with rushing yards, I mean, there's something to be said, right? I know they went after and got, what's his name? Dalvin Cook's brother. He hasn't done a whole lot. He's a rookie. He's put the ball on the ground a couple times. I know Singletary's put the ball on the ground once. So they got to do better protecting that ball. But yeah, for the receivers, Stephon Diggs has 4 touchdowns already. Dude looks explosive this year. He is leading the league for receivers with the most touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, right? Yeah, man, I think we really, on this one, since we have a lot of injuries in our secondary, we really got to double team him. I just think that's how we should play it. That's how I feel like we should have played Jamar Chase. But yeah, man, this dude, he's looking good this year, like really elite. But we'll see how that goes. Other than that, they got Gabe Davis. I know he's been dealing with that ankle injury. Ever since he's been dealing with that ankle injury, he just hasn't looked the same. Defense really stands out for me. They could be a really good defense, but they're just too banged up right now. We'll get into the injuries list in a minute, but defense is good. They got Dustin Poirier. He's playing lights out this year, leading the league with 4 interceptions. The dude's a dog, but there's a lot on him being that Micah Hyde is out for the season. So there's a lot of pressure on Dustin Poirier to play, lights out like that. And he's led up to it. He's really standing on that. And another one, Tre'Davious White, is still on ER or on IR with the ACL tear. I know they said he should be coming off of the IR this week, I want to say, or maybe next week, but he's still not ready to play. We probably won't see Tre'Davious White till after their bye, which is in like 3 or 4 games. But yeah, that's another one that's really hurting them, is with Tre'Davious White out. So being that Tre'Davious White is out, they got 2 rookies playing in his position, Elam and Benford. So these guys have been playing really pretty good, though. They've really stood on their ground, and just the fact that I really think the reason why they're playing so good is McDermott. Just McDermott is really making sure that these guys have everything they need, and just really developing these rookies into taking over for Tre'Davious White's spot. Pass rush is elite. That's one thing that I really will stand on, is that just their pass rush. They have the #1 pass rush defense in the league right now. And it's gonna be tough for Kenny Pickett, man. He's got a lot on his hands this week. Yeah, just from Greg Rosary, I think that's how you say his last name. He's playing lights out. Von Miller, they added Von Miller, and it's just like that defensive line is just built like 100% now. They're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But Bills have 13 sacks so far. They're in 5th place in the league, but just the pressure they're able to put on the quarterback when he's throwing the ball, it's big, man. It's big. I mean, they're not #1 rush defense for a reason. These guys, they're playing good. I give them that. And not only that, I feel like their secondary is able to keep up, with them being so banged out without Tre'Davious White or without Micah Hyde, and these rookies, swapping in and out. The reason why they look so good in that secondary is because the pass rush. The pass rush is able to make that secondary look good. But yeah, let's move on to the Steelers. Kenny Pickett has a big moment in front of him. That's all I gotta say, man. This dude can literally become a legend in a couple days. I mean, if he goes out there and wins this game, legend. At least in the Steelers books, right? Dude's a legend if he wins against the Bills. I mean, so much hype going into this Bills game just for the Bills. You know, going into the season for the Bills. I mean, they're like #1 predicted to win the Super Bowl this year. So it says a lot. I mean, he's going into Buffalo. I mean, it's big. You know how the Buffalo fans get. Bills Mafia. Yeah, man, he could literally become a legend in a couple days. He's playing with a lot of confidence, like I said in the beginning. He's gonna need that. He's gonna need that going against that Bills pass rush. He's facing #1 pass rush defense. And his first career start too, man. That's tough. I mean, I'm happy that he's playing already, but against the Bills, oh, that's tough, man. #1 pass rush defense. The last rookie quarterback, I seen this stat this morning. The last rookie quarterback to beat the #1 pass rush D was Big Ben. That's crazy. Being that it was Ben Roethlisberger, if Kenny does this, and you know, and now we have Kenny and Big Ben, the only quarterback, the last 2 quarterbacks to beat the #1 pass rush defense, that'd be crazy. Hey, Kenny Pickett, he came out and said this morning, Kenny Pickett said, everyone thinks we're underdogs, but we don't. Let's go. I love the energy, bro. I mean, when you hear your quarterback say something like that, like, it just gives you chills, man. Like, the dude, that's that confidence we needed. Mitch was not playing with that confidence. I said it over and over, and we finally got it, man. That energy is going to carry on through the stadium, through the players, the receivers, Pickett, Deontay, whoever. These dudes are going to play lights out for them. I'm excited this weekend. Najee, he has to get going early. I feel like the way Najee has to play is he just has to start off early. If he doesn't start off early, then you're not going to see much from him. But I will give you this. He has progressed each game so far. He's put up, you know, more yards each game. So hopefully he can get close to that 100 yards mark. But yeah, man, he's got to start off early. We got to get some blocking going for him. I love the double back system between Jalen and Warren and Najee Harris. Let's keep that going. But yeah, man, start off early, Najee. Let's get this going. For the receivers, we all know Deontay Johnson is our guy. But George Pickens looks so much better with Pickett on the field. I mean, it just sounds like Pickett to Pickens, right? I mean, these dudes just look so much better together. I seen a stat line this morning. He was targeted 4 times for 4 catches, 71 yards, and 1/2 with Kenny Pickett. For Mitch, on the other hand, 3.5 games, 16 targets, 9 catches for 96 yards. I mean, that's crazy that he's almost got about the same amount as yards as with Kenny Pickett than with Mitch on, what, 3.5 games? He played half a game. Keep that in mind. He played half a game with Kenny. And that tells you right there, man. I think Kenny done found his receiver. And Deontay Johnson better be scared of that. Steelers defense, just like the Bills, were banged up. Steelers defense is really banged up. Altogether, I definitely think that Minkah has to play, man. He's got to get back in this game. I know he's dealing with that knee injury. We'll get into the injury list in a minute. But, yeah, we need Minkah, especially going into this game with Edmonds on the concussion protocol. We need Minkah. I mean, he's just our ball hawk. He can keep it together. But, yeah, Alex Highsmith has to continue to cause pressure. He should have had more sacks last week. He just wasn't able to get Zach Wilson down, right? He's still, second in the league with the most sacks, I want to say. Nick Bosa came out of nowhere. Now he's leading the lead after that Monday night game. I think he ended up with 2 sacks on Monday night. So he's leading the lead by half a sack or something. But yeah, we need Alex Highsmith to continue what he does, even if he's not getting a whole lot of sacks in one game. Just continue to cause pressure, man. I like what he's doing. I like seeing from him, especially with TJ Watt out. He's really taking on that role. We didn't expect this much from him, but he's given us that much, you know? And I like it, man. Keep it up. Kudos to Alex Highsmith. Cam Hayward definitely is showing his age. I don't know what it is, man. Just every time when TJ gets hurt, Cam Hayward is he just kind of lays back. You know, it's like he needs TJ out there. He's definitely showing his age. We just need a lot more from him. This will be a big game for Cam Hayward to step up in. I mean, the last 4 games or the last 3 games without TJ, Cam Hayward has not shown much. I don't even think he has a sack yet, right, without TJ. I think he only has 1 sack, maybe 2 this season so far. Yeah, we need more than that. We need more than that, man. You're a leader. You're a vet. Let's get it going. Big game for Cam, though. Let's step up. Miles Jack and Devin Bush need to show better pass coverage. Got to. Got to. I know they've been lacking lately in the pass coverage all season, really. These first 4 games of the season, they haven't shown much in the pass coverage. They gave up a lot of yards in the middle of the field. They got to show better than that. They have been able to stop the run, and I think this is an easy task this week with Devin Singletary. But we all know Devin Singletary isn't their number one rusher. We know that it's Josh Allen, so you got to stop Josh Allen, Miles Jack. I would say Devin Bush too, but we all know Miles Jack is the dude, right? Miles Jack has to get in there and stop Josh Allen. We don't need Josh Allen running for over 100 yards on us like he's Lamar Jackson out there. Let's stop this dude, all right? Focus on that, and let's get some better pass coverage, right? Special teams stood out this week. This morning I seen that Sims went on Twitter and said that he's going to be the starter for next week, which is good. I'm tired of seeing Gunner. Mike T was not happy about that in the press conference. He came out and said that it's looking like a pattern now. The dude fumbled once and then fumbled again. You fumble 2 times, that's a pattern in the NFL. We don't go for that, right? Time to move on. Put somebody else out there. As long as he protect the ball, I'm cool with it. Put Sims in there. Calvin Austin, a lot of people have been talking about him, came off the IR today. Before we get into this injury list, he came off the IR today. The Steelers are seeing him in practice now. Maybe we can see him against the Bills. If not against the Bills, maybe next week. But yeah, I'm excited about that one. We really want to see what Calvin Austin is capable of. We drafted him this year. We have not yet seen him. He got hurt before the season started. Been out this whole time, and now he's back. He's off the IR. Let's go. Let's put him in the game, man. I want to see this dude. Just explosive, really quick receiver. Claypool better look out, man, especially after he, didn't catch that ball last week. Injuries. Let's talk injuries. The Bills injuries. Man, both these teams are just really banged up. But starting off with the Bills, rookie Christian Benford, that cornerback we were talking about, that's been in and out, playing in Tre'Davious White's spot. He has a hand injury. He did not practice at all today. Tremaine Edmonds, middle linebacker. Dude's a dog. We didn't even bring him up in the defense, but let me just throw that out there real quick. Dude is a dog, right? Trey Edmonds' brother, dude is just huge, though. I mean, he's really good at stopping the run. I want to say he's leading the league, or not leading the league. I want to say he's leading the team with the most tackles, but not sure about that one. But both middle linebackers on that team are just dogs. But yeah, he didn't practice at all today with a hamstring issue. Dawson Knox, their tight end, had a foot injury, did not practice. Isaiah McKenzie last week had a concussion, did not practice. Ed Oliver, defensive end, has an ankle injury since week 1, did not practice. Jordan Poyer, that was a shocker, right? I still think he's going to play, but he had a rib injury, did not practice. But that's a big one. Jordan Poyer, they're going to need that dude, especially with Micah Hyde out for the season. They need Jordan Poyer. And then they have their center and one of their offensive tackles limited to practice today, but we'll probably see them. Steelers, Cameron Sutton has a hamstring, limited practice. I like seeing limited practice rather than did not practice. So we're going to need Cameron. We need Cameron Sutton out there. We seen him with the interception last week, especially with Witherspoon still not playing. Mike Tomlin said we probably won't see him again. That's the next guy on the list is Witherspoon. Has a hamstring issue still and did not practice. Levi Wallace did not practice with a foot. He was limited to practice. So that's good news. At least he was limited. We'll probably see him out there. We're gonna need Levi Wallace definitely. But Terrell Edmonds, we know he got the concussion last week, did not practice, so we will not see Terrell Edmonds being in concussion protocol. Mika Fitzpatrick, this one hurts, man. Just a knee injury, did not practice. I really think that something's gonna happen, and we're gonna end up putting Mika out there. So we'll see how that plays out, but I'm pretty sure being that the whole secondary is banged up, they're going to end up putting Mika out there. Cam Hayward limited to practice, elbow/ankle injury. We're going to need him out there for real. I mean, I feel like we're going to need all these guys. These are like top guys that we need. But yeah, the main dude is Mika Fitzpatrick that stood out. I mean, just like on their end with Jordan Poyer, we're going to need that guy. We're gonna need Mika Fitzpatrick, and they're gonna need Jordan Poyer. That's our guy. That's their guy for free safeties. Overall, with both defenses banged up, I feel like it's just gonna come down to whose offense is going to show up, right? Who's gonna fold, right? We've seen Josh Allen fold under pressure, but we don't know. We don't know what we've seen from Kenny Pickett, right? We've seen one half against the Jets. That's it. So we haven't seen 100% of Kenny Pickett, and nobody has. Nobody knows what to expect from this dude. He's a rookie, and he's improving. He's improving. And just the way he came out there, just with all that confidence and swag, I feel like he could put up a game. So don't be shocked, right? But yeah, overall, all I gotta say is Kenny Pickett, go ball out, bro. Go ball out. Shock the world. Let's get this win. I got Steelers winning 24-17. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is Ballin' in the Blitz.